Welcome to Day 7, Kinship. We wrap up our 7 days of rest with a focus on kinship in its many and most inclusive forms. Kinship is an idea especially close to my heart. A Million Vegan Grandmothers, an organization I created in association with climate healers, was founded on the idea that veganism promotes kinship, not just kinship with our grandchildren, but kinship with all life. Today I'll be sharing videos of my grandchildren who, as you see, are already enthusiastic vegan chefs in training. I'll also be showing you video footage of an event called World Food Healers Day, which was inaugurated on November 19th, 2022, and whose goal is to eventually feed every community in the world a plant-based whole food meal. In the process, World Food Healers Day hopes to bring into kinship not only people from all cultures, but the animals of our planet too, who have always deserved a better place at our human table. We'll end today's session and our 7 days of rest with a reading of a video poem I wrote on behalf of the Charter of Compassion, many of whose signatories promote an extension of its animating spirit of kinship beyond the boundaries of human community to the community of all sentient beings. The video poem was composed appropriately on World Water Day, an event that seeks to bring awareness to the health of the element that is essential to all life. Running through every one of us, water, it could be said, is the very basis and medium of the life's kinship. Finally, I want to give a special thank you to Ray Kowalchuk, whose spirit of kinship made all of the videos of the past 7 days possible. Ray graciously donated his time and his creativity to the production, editing, and the general refinement of these offerings. I would also like to thank all of you who have joined me over the past 7 days. I've deeply enjoyed our kinship. And lastly, I would like to thank my partner, Paul, for all of his writing skills and help throughout this time. Thank you all. May you all be blessed with these teachings.
Hi girls, what kind of smoothie did we make today?
Fruit ice.
Fruit ice smoothie? What kind of milk did we make? Do you remember?
Oat milk.
Remember hemp? And what are those big yellow flowers? We made a sunflower seed hemp milk and put it in our smoothie. Oh, nummy, and that's really good for protein. And omega-3 oils for our brain. Should we get Paul to blend it up and do the blender dance? And then we can have a drink?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be so delicious? Okay, let's see. Here's Paul, he's gonna do the blender dance. Here we go. You guys do the blender dance? How is it?
Good.
A thumbs up. You have smoothie mustaches. Do you want to say happy 7th day of kinship? You ready? Happy 7th day of kinship. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy 7 days of kinship.
What?
You have a smoothie mustache too. Thank you, Paul, for blending up our smoothies. Goodbye. Can you say goodbye to them? Goodbye.
This is Vega the cow, and she's the mascot for World Food Healers Day. And she was born in Glasgow, Scotland. And in Glasgow, Scotland, she came to tell the people at the UN that they should be talking about the cow in the room. And they wouldn't listen to her. So she's here because she wants to come and celebrate the fact that in New York City, the mayor has signed a proclamation on World Food Healers Day asking people to start eating healthy, whole food, plant-based vegan meals at least once a month. So if all New Yorkers did that, it will have a huge impact on the planet. So she's here to celebrate the fact that New York City's mayor has already signed a proclamation like that, and she wants to see what it's like in New York City. We are at a historic moment in human history, actually, because we have an institutional leader like Mayor Eric Adams, who's recognized the importance of changing diets and essentially changing our culture to create a land of peace throughout the world. And so he has signed the World Food Healers Day proclamation. World Food Healers Day is a day where we want to feed every human being on the planet a healthy, whole food, plant-based vegan meal. Okay, so we all experience what does it feel like when we feed everybody on the planet a healthy meal. And because we have a system in which we are starving 1 billion people, and the other people are eating bad food that makes them sick. So it's essentially a sick care system. So Mayor Adams has recognized that because he used to have diabetes and he overcame that with diet. And now he wants to create a system which is based on health. He's doing that throughout New York City. And so when he signed this proclamation, and Climate Healers has been working on food healers and World Food Healers Day for the past 2 years. And World Food Healers Day, the first one we did that on November 19th of this year. And then we are doing it now once a month. So it's the third Sunday of every month. We are appealing to communities around the world to feed everyone around them a healthy, whole food, plant-based vegan meal. And because Mayor Adams signed the proclamation, we are making a special dessert here to give to the people of New York. And since the proclamation is dated December 18th, we are doing 1,218 of those laddus, and we're going to give it away. Okay? So you can see what it looks like. So we are using sweet potatoes, dates, rice flour, which is toasted rice flour, and coconuts. And basically, you can see the process of making the laddus with cardamom as what's going to perfume it. So it's delicious, and it's completely whole foods, plant-based, which means you can eat as many as you want. It won't make you sick. That's the beauty of it. And it's sweet and delicious too. So thank you all for being here. Look at all these people who have come from around the country to help us. Meg has come from Allentown. Angela has come from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York, one of the boroughs of New York City. And we have people upstairs who have come from Texas. So it's a community effort. So and I've come from Phoenix, Arizona to make this happen. So this is just the beginning. We are going to create an entire system that's based on nonviolence and is based on health as opposed to diseases. And that's how you heal the climate. Because to heal the climate, you have to first heal ourselves. So I call this the oxygen mask rule. You cannot go around trying to heal the planet when you're sick. So you have to put on your own oxygen mask first before you help others. And that's the idea behind this. So thank you all, and thank you so much for being part of this. Hello, this is Sailesh Rao of Climate Healers, and I want to read to you the proclamation that Mayor Eric Adams signed about World Food Healers Day. And I'm just amazed at what they wrote, because we had given them text when we applied for the proclamation, and they completely changed it. So it comes straight from their heart of the Eric Adams team. So the proclamation reads, Office of the Mayor, City of New York proclamation. Whereas the food we eat is one of the most dynamic and powerful forces in our lives. It sparks joy on our taste buds. It is a vehicle for culture and history, and it revitalizes our spirit while fortifying our body. My administration is committed to ensuring that all New Yorkers have access to healthful foods as well as the educational materials to help them understand transformative ways of eating. Through the expansion of lifestyle medicine services at New York City Health and hospitals, and new initiatives such as Plant-Powered Fridays, which provides plant-based lunch options to children in schools, we have worked to fulfill this important goal along with the help of allies such as climate healers. Whereas Climate Healers envisions a more cooperative and equitable society that encourages people to come together in an effort to rejuvenate the natural world, by following the North Star of veganism and plant-based eating, this organization encourages people to uncover the associated environmental and health benefits of this diet, such as a reduced carbon footprint and lower risk of diabetes. Climate Healers also helps simplify the pathway to veganism by sharing recipes such as its renowned Unity Stew, created with accessible and low-cost foods. It is movements such as this that have the potential to change our food system. The ideals of and in the process transform our collective mindset. Through its philosophy, which emphasizes the ideals of compassion, human rights, and oneness, this group is working to eliminate food poverty and build a world with generosity and justice as its base. Whereas, when we change our dinners, we change our destinies, and in doing so, we save lives. We craft a future fueled by clean, healthy, and tasty energy that allows us to reach new heights and achieve the impossible. Today we celebrate World Food Healers Day, which occurs on the third Sunday of every month. On these days, Climate Healers serves free plant-based meals to those in need and reminds all of us of the immensely positive impact that we have a fundamental responsibility to make. For their efforts, I am pleased to commend Climate Healers for its commitment to forging a healthful, equitable, and sustainable New York City. Now, therefore, I, Eric Adams, Mayor of the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Sunday, December 18th, 2022 in the City of New York as World Food Healers Day. And this is absolutely astounding. I'm so glad that the Mayor of New York has signed this proclamation, and I'm so glad that he's taking the leadership. He has the courage, or as Viga would say, the courage to take on the food system and transform it. It is absolutely imperative that if we want to go from a climate heating civilization to a climate healing civilization, that we transform the food system first. I say that the climate heating civilization is based on three things. Three fundamental building blocks of the climate heating civilization are greed is good, might is right, and world hunger or food poverty. Because it's through food poverty that you convince people to do things that they wouldn't do otherwise. And the climate healing civilization is going to be based on generosity is good, kindness is right, and healthy foods have to be given away for free to human beings. So food healers. So these are the three pillars of a climate healing civilization. And of the three pillars, we realize that food system is the way you actually do things on the ground. Because we can say kindness is right and everyone will agree with that. We'll say generosity is good and everyone will agree with that. But we are stuck in a system which actually rewards the opposite. So now with having healthy food being freely available to every human being on the planet, we can create the impetus for the transformation to happen from a climate heating civilization to a climate healing civilization. And I'm so glad that finally we have institutional leadership to make this happen in New York City. And this is why I'm here in this Soldiers, Sailors, Marines and Airmen's Club, which is now defunct, which is also very symbolic because from war, we are going to transform to peace. So the fact that this club is closed symbolizes the fact that war is over. We need to stop fighting about things and instead start collaborating with each other. Because we are all in this planet together. We have only one planet, and that planet is crying for us to come together and heal. We have heated enough. We need to start healing. So I talk about heat is human, earth, animal torture, whereas heal is human, earth, animal liberation. And that's what it is. When we realize that we are heating the climate of the planet, we automatically assume responsibility for healing it and harmonizing it for all of creation, on behalf of all of creation. So we are here to serve all of creation. So when we automatically have that responsibility, it's time to shoulder it. And our generation has the responsibility to shoulder this transformation. So we have to make this happen within the next few years so that our children and our grandchildren have a future on this planet. And this is why I'm thrilled that Mayor Eric Adams is the first institutional leader who has taken this step to make this happen. So he has shown the courage to make this happen, the courage to make this happen. This is why we have a whole team of people downstairs who are working on making courage laddus so that we can give away to the people of New York and celebrate this momentous occasion.
Yes, right for Dr.
Do you want to take one to the other people? Shall we go to the other?
Like a chili, if you want, I'll take some. I wonder who did that.
How good does that look?
That's some good practice
Yeah.
just now.
As many as you like. We have a rice soup as well.
Your whole paycheck. Yeah.
Oh, this is the brownies.
You'll have to give me a list.
Oh, I already made them.
Teaching the next generation is being the example ourselves first, because you can't teach anybody unless you are an example for them, being positive and loving and understanding, but also striving for equality, which so many women all over the world don't have, and so many grandmas all over the world don't have. We're living in the Western world where we take it for granted. And the more this evolves through outreach all over the world, it will help women. It will help so many young girls in their life and realize their own self-worth. Being a grandma is being a leader. That's number one. Yes.
So I'm the vegan example, which is so strange. You would think it would be coming from the young people as examples, but it's not. It's me, the grandmother. And so in a way that really is kind of powerful, because their friends are going, what does that mean? She's old. Why would she be doing something that's radical? It kind of shocks people. So I think that's kind of an advantage that we have.
There's been so much wisdom here already, and I feel really grateful to be on this panel and for your big vision, Tammy. Beautiful vision. And you had asked us to introduce ourselves as a grandmother. And so what I want to say is that I've been caring for the children of the world a lot longer than I've been a grandmother. Since I was 10 years old, really. And I made a decision that the way to change the world was to change how we treat the children. It's because I was in a family in which my stepfather and my mom did not have support or tools or information about how to raise children well. And even at 10 years old, I could tell that what I was being exposed to was not in my best interest. And realize that if we could raise children differently, if we could raise children like Jane's granddaughter, Kimaya, children who are very compassionate, who have emotional intelligence, who know how to interact with others peacefully, who are wise, if we could give families the support that they need to be able to raise such children, that we could indeed change the world. And I still believe that to be so.
I guess all of you know our granddaughter, Kimaya. She's going to be 11 years old. We have a great time with her. I mean, I commend all of you who have grandchildren who are not vegan, because I couldn't even imagine going through that. I take her with me to vegan potlucks. We go to vegan restaurants. When we travel, she even seeks out vegan restaurants for us. She says, oh, well, I'd like to try this one. And 2 years ago, we were in London with the $1 Million Vegan campaign, and we were staying in the middle of Hackney, and there were so many vegan restaurants walking distance that Kimaya just had a great time picking them out and enjoying herself. She's also a product of the Montessori program, so the next school she's going to actually has a lunch program where at least one meal will be vegan each time when she goes to lunch every day. So she's excited about not having to worry about packing a lunch at home. And mommy and daddy are thrilled that they don't have to worry about guessing what to pack for her lunch. I don't mind packing her lunch because she helps me out. It's a joy being a grandmother. Kimaya is our only grandchild at the present time. Don't know if we're going to have any others, but it's okay. She's a pleasure to have in our lives. She's changed our lives tremendously, for the good, of course. And thrilled to be part of this program too. Thank you, Tammy, for everything that you're doing. And thank you, other grandmothers too.
What I'm going to be talking about is both the 13,000 community kitchens in Peru, but also this vegan activist organization of volunteers that are working to transition these community kitchens plant-based, and to see how we can apply that wherever we live to make November 19th World Food Healers Day and take on the challenge of creating a vegan world. The founder of Ollas Comunes Veganas is Rosa Luyo. Hi, Rosa. And like I said, this is an organization that started about 1.5 years ago, and it sprang out of the vegan activist movement here in Peru. Here are some of the 90 volunteers that are active in Ollas Comunes Veganas. I'm so grateful to Kathy Torres for helping to put this video together. So you're going to see in this video just 6 out of the over 3,000 community kitchens operating in Lima. And these are 6 of the 25 that the vegan activist movement is working to transition to plant-based menus.
veganos a todos terreno. ¡Uh!
What are you doing, Phoenix?
Making guacamole.
How do you make guacamole?
When you use avocado and lime, you make it and mash it.
Oh. And salt too, Hadley? Good. Do you have a special avocado masher there, Phoenix?
Yeah.
Show us. Whoa, show us how you'd mash them in the bowl. Great. Okay, well, I'm going to see you in a moment when you start squeezing the lemon in there. How's your avocados? Is it a lot of work to make guacamole, Phoenix?
Yeah.
What are you going to add next?
And then, salt.
How's your mashing going, Phoenix?
Good.
Make some lime juice now to put in there.
We have one more still.
Oh, one more half. How are you going to clean that out?
With a spoon.
You're a very good chef. Oh, you're squeezing some lime in there. How many limes do you need for those 3 avocados? 4 halves? Oh, it's a busy kitchen right now. I hope you enjoy your guacamole, Phoenix. This poem is called Born Love. Love was born outside the caged-in walls of tormented beings and walled-up pain of original sin. Love was born in the water and pebbles, making the eternal journey to the sea for a salt cleanse, not for plastic oceans of suffocation. The water and trees remember our love as they reach their arms for aquifer nourishment and roots of thirst. And when we die and our love is spread through the sunflowers and fields of poppies and all living things, our four-legged friends as they walk through the forests of grain. The love we left, the truth we told, will forever echo through the canyons, vibrations of our voices for love. And alas, on the wings of all freed beings, we will remember we are love.